and can certainly unlock that going over the 2,000-meter trip. There's both those horses behind the starting stall gate. Number 6, Kagura, looks to be quite chilled, and horse number 12, Rain on Impact as well. It's a race where I think you could get a bit of a jolt in leg number 1 after that place accumulator.
Let's just quickly talk about this horse, Lucky 13, the Social Squad syndicate. But before we do that, it's absolutely lovely. We know that on www.galloptv.co.za that this beam goes around the world, and it's lovely to receive a message from Keegan de Mello, our South African, once upon a time South African jockey, and they're loving it, that they're all watching the coverage on Gallop, and lovely to know that our South African boys watch this racing day in and day out as we watch them, and they're flying our South African flag so high. So lovely to hear from Keegan and the team.
Yeah, absolutely, and it was a big win for Luke, I should say, with My Wish the past weekend, and I'm sure he's over the moon with that horse, and yeah, it was a nice win from My Wish, and yeah, Lyle, Luke and Keegan, they're certainly doing very, very well out there in Hong Kong.
Right, let's talk about Lucky 13. The comment is that she will enjoy this trip, and Yogas is hoping that she can improve on her current form. It does have a bit of an awkward draw to sort out, and does take on the boys, this horse, Lucky 13. It will be encouraging to see how close she can finish in this race, and then take on from there. They'll know a lot more where they are with her. So let's see how close she can finish in this race, and then they'll obviously try and find a race against her own sex. But they're looking to see her improve, and let's see what Lucky 13 can do. As I say, racehorse ownership is very easily accessible, ladies and gentlemen, to absolutely everybody. You've just got to go on to www.socialsquad.co.za or contact Kurt Felix, kurtf@racecoast.co.za. A racehorse is waiting there, a share in a racehorse is waiting there for absolutely anyone and everyone. Okay, anything else to report on before we hand upstairs to Craig? Final numbers, could be a bit of a jolt. What else can we add, Rahil?
Yeah, I think that's about it. In terms of leg number 1 of the place accumulator, 6 and 12, and I'll include horse number 5 intro as well. So 5, 6 and 12, but I like number 6 Kagura. 5 and 60, 180 on the tote. There's been a bit of a plunge for him, and let's see if he can show that improvement. They load in for race 3. Craig, over to you.
Couple of runners installed. The grey Kagura walks up. Mr. Razzle. New Life is in. Irish Anthem coming up. Fire Force. Rain on Impact. Carnival Park. 2,000 metres. Runners sent on their way from the 2,000 metre marker. At the back is Lucky 13 early on. Eagles Rock is right there. Intro with the red cap. Carnival Park's in the yellow. Rain on Impact's going around them to be amongst the leading group. Then Mr. Razzle, Dead Poet Society. Then the Grey Kagaras racing about 6-7 lengths off the leader. Irish Anthem. Then New Life. Behind that is Fire Force. Lucky 13's one of the trailers, about 10 lengths off the leader. Carnival Park is making the running. Rain on Impact is second, and Intro at the rail third with the red cap. They are followed by Mr. Razzle off the charts on the inside. Dead Poet Society, Eagles Rock and the Grey Kagura racing about 7 lengths off the leader. Then Irish Anthem and New Life. Then comes Lucky 13 and Fire Force still about 12 lengths off the leader. They move to the 900 and in front Carnival Park. Rain on Impact is second, Intro at the rail third, then Mr. Razzle off the charts at the rail, then Dead Poet Society, Kagura, and on the inside of that one, Eagles Rock getting a couple of reminders, then Irish Anthem, New Life, then comes Lucky 13, and Fire Force is about 12 or 13 lengths off the leader. About to be homeward bound, and Carnival Park brings them in. Rain on Impact second. Intro, the red cap, is third. Behind that, Mr. Razzle, Off the Charge, Kagura. Then comes Dead Poet Society. Carnival Park at the 400 continues to lead. Intro is second, then Kagura, Off the Charts on the inside. Then comes Rain on Impact. Now Intro's putting in a strong claim to hit the front at the 200. And its Intro's gone to the front. The grey Kagura's a danger. On the inside, Carnival Park, then Off the Charts. It's Intro, but Kagura's a big runner. And Kagura's coming on to win it. Intro second, then Carnival Park and Off the Charts. So it's going to be Kagura, the winner. That's number 6, the Grey Non Platina, Design Low, Alison Wright. They end up winning it by a neck or so. Number 6 pays 630 and 170. Second, number 5, Intro. Third placing, the tote favourite was number 11, Carnival Park. So when they run it across, that runs third. The tote favourite, Carnival Park, and then Off the Charts. Further back in the run was number 2, Irish Anthem, and then Dead Poet Society. So the place accumulator pool got to 238,000, and Kagura comes between runners. Kagura is a game, and the gap doesn't really open. It's very tight, and they eventually get that split, and they go on to score, and Kagura ends up winning it, and winning it looks like a half to 3/4 of a length. And this one is bred by Volgelbus Drift and Maritzfontein for Mr. McNeil. Until the running of the 4th,